There's always news to report, and this week is no different, except that there's some very interesting information out there. Thomas Piketty came to a conclusion that there's gotta be equality in this world. And what he thinks we should be spending money on is healthcare, education, innovation, and taking care of humanity's needs. Well, it kind of crystallized for me a long time ago, but when I read in one of the local papers that the combined wealth of all of our global billionaires is $100 trillion, pretty much the equivalent of every country's GDP. That rang home to me. It said, there's an imbalance here, and the imbalance is not for we the people. If it's up to the billionaires, we'd be automated. We'd have robots taking over our jobs as they study our movements. But not so fast. Because also, according to The Guardian, none of us who are consumers in this country are really happy with the AI we've encountered, with the bots we've encountered, with the customer service we've encountered. It's dreadful. Nobody cares about people. Either they're manufacturing problems, they're increasing prices that we have no recourse to defend ourselves against, or they're just not giving us any customer service at all. And this week, Pope Leo came out with an ecumenical on AI. He was assisted by Anthropic in his writings because they're concerned about different anomalies that they're seeing. And like people who care about other people, they don't think that their Claude is ready for prime time. And I gotta say, from what I'm experiencing on my own in everyday life, where I'm constantly calling vendors to find out, why did I get a misorder? How do I return it? Can I get a refund? And it saps all of our attention. When you look in the corporations, you're not seeing middle managers. They're gone. You're seeing young people who really don't know how to deal with the public, or you're getting bots. And it's one bot too many. And what scares me about AI the most is you're going from a large language model where most of the information that is on that model is misinformation and lies, and now you're taking it a step further. Well, I think not so fast. In fact, in New York State, we've just said we've got a moratorium on data centers. You can't build them in New York, not for another 18 months, because we're going to see the environmental impact, the impact on people, pollution, toxicity, and energy. We don't want our energy costs to go up. And Tennessee looks like they're going to do the same. They want to make sure that their environment is not impacted as well. So I'm saying not so fast. In this brave new world, everything's going to the corporations, and all of our consumer protections have been destroyed, and I'm saying that's been a bridge too far. No more. Now we want what's ours, which is clean water, clean air, no diseases, good health care, good education, and the ability to innovate. the ability to compete with the major corporations, that we can come up with different products and start growing again. We've had enough. And I think that more and more people are going to be talking to their representatives and saying, stop. We want equality for the middle and poorer classes. We need to survive too. And wealth tax? I would do a graduated tax. You make over $500,000, you pay X percentage of your salary or your compensation, and up the ladder. Remember, under FDR, I believe it was, folks were paying 90% into the government coffers. Those big corporations, the moguls, the robber barons, they contributed to the crash of '29 with their greed. And here, they're doing the same. Only we don't have the crash yet. But when you think of all the tech companies and all the people who are going to be trillionaires, there's only one really, and that's NVIDIA, that's making a profit. So I say we gotta slow down. The next revolution is in innovation, is in new technologies to make our world better, not to replace us, to give us energy that we don't even have to spend money on because it's just so cheap. And the good life. Remember, in the Declaration they said, we're all entitled to the pursuit of happiness, life, and liberty. Thank you.